Hi, I'm Will Sharon, and I wanted to take a few minutes and talk to you about why I wrote this book, Dreaming in the 21st Century, an Ancient Experience in a New Context. When I first started writing it, it really came out of 40 odd videos that I've done on my YouTube channel, and I thought it would be useful to sort of codify them and put them in some kind of structure. And the main driver behind that was I've become increasingly concerned that most human beings believe that reality is dictated by what they think, and that what they think is more important than any other experience that they have. And as I've said many times before, we've seen some tremendous innovations in terms of what people think up. But the problem is that they're not in the container of our humanity. And our humanity is emblematic of our dreams. Our dreams inform us in ways that we cannot think of, okay? And that information really has nothing to do with an interpretation of extracting some kind of meaning from a dream. So now we can shove it up in our heads and now we understand it. No, dreams are really meant to be experienced. Being a human being is meant to be experienced. And that experience, as I said, informs you. So that was the original idea. And just as it was about to get published in March, obviously COVID came along. And then George Floyd and Rayshard Brooks were murdered. And now we have the looming economic disaster that we are all going to have to live through. And what I see a lot in the media is everybody trying to figure out where we are and figure out what we're going to do. It's not going to work. And it's not going to work not because people are stupid. We're not stupid. We cooked this whole thing up. So that takes some intelligence. The problem is that the intelligence is not going to get us where we need to go. Because where we need to go is embracing our humanity. That is the only way that we are going to figure out how to relate to each other and how to embrace each other's humanity. The argument of I'm right, you're wrong, which is really the main feature of the rational mind. If you think about it, if you sit down and think about it, what you cook up in your brain is in support of what you already believe. And here's the real problem with that. There is nothing right now that any of us can really count on as solid, okay? Because everything that we thought was a certain way is being revealed to us, not through some magical, mystical, insight, but literally right in front of our faces is being revealed to us as not true. It's a very frightening time. It's a very uncertain time. And so in that uncertainty, my suggestion to you is that you can go inward. It's an old statement, right? You read that in all the texts that are, mystical and based on sources that are thousands of years old. You go inside. How do you go inside? Well, there's a very clear path. You pay attention to your dreams. So listen, there are some of you who are watching this who I'm going to assume don't remember your dreams and feel like this is impossible for you to do. And I'm going to suggest to you it's quite simple. You just make an appointment. You can make it with me, you can make it with a friend, it doesn't matter, to sit down and tell somebody a dream. And you'll have a dream. Why? Because there's a part of you that is dying for an audience. There's a part of you that is waiting very patiently for you to pay attention. And if you will pay attention, you will get centered and you will understand how to listen to what's going on, and what action you have to take will become obvious. It really will. It will not be some kind of intellectual or cognitive evaluation of the various choices you have to make. No, the essence of who you are will tell you what you need to do. And I have no prescription of what that should be. So I wrote the book for people to read it, which means it's not some long tome. It's about 174 pages, I think. And it's full of a number of different ideas that will help you pay attention to your dreams. Everything from where are we now, how do we think about working with dreams, to how do I find a mate, what's going on with sexuality, all that stuff, careers, that kind of thing. And it's really written to invoke in you the audience that is necessary for you to pay attention to your dreams. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be here. I'm going to keep doing these videos. They will go back and forth between my understanding of what the dream world is all about and how it is a very ordinary human experience and how it applies to what we are going through now, how it applies to us understanding. And as a white person, what is this racial issue all about? It's not, I mean, I read all the newspapers and all the books, and I was a social worker, and I get it up here. Now I'm getting it in here. We all need to get it in here. Okay. And it's the same thing with the economic disaster. We need to get it in here in terms of how do we want this to look? How do we want to structure this? And stay away from the definitions of socialism and capitalism. Let's just understand what's important to us as people. And the best way you can do that is to live from your heart. And your heart is the home to your imagination. Your imagination is the home to your dreams. So take care of yourselves. Stay safe.